And we're live. Welcome to the 3 Ways to Change Your Health, Body, and Life webinar. Even if you're busy, even if you're super stressed, even if you don't know where to start, we will help you. I will help you on this webinar. I got Giselle right here with me, manning womaning the control panel there while I deliver the presentation. If you're watching the replay on this, welcome. You feel free to fast forward it past this part so you get to the content. When you see the slideshow, that's when you know we're in the content. We're going to be we're giving some people time to hop on. We'll be starting the presentation in 2 minutes, let's say 7:01. Make sure your phones are off. Checking my phone. It's off. You see that? The red. And I've got my water here, and we're going to start in 2 minutes. And if you're just joining, make sure you fast forward, or if you're just joining, you are in the right place. And if you're watching the replay, you can fast forward this to the presentation. No need to stare at me, although this is a pretty cool tank top, right? And I do like my helmets. Some people do like them. Some people like them as well. Some people not so much. That's okay. They inspire me. So we're going to get started here in just a couple minutes, just giving time to to the people who've signed up to the webinar to hop on, and we'll be starting in 1 minute. I need like a higher place to put this, but I don't have it right now. All right, I'm going to start sharing the screen and we'll get rolling. Got a lot of content for you, things that you'll be able to apply in your life today. Not all of it, but most of it you can start to apply right away. All right, and we're live, free online training. Welcome to the 3 Ways to Change Your Health, Body, and Life in less than 30 minutes a day. Really excited to share this information with you, and thank you for signing up. This is going to be an amazing hour. You're going to learn a lot. Make sure you take notes. And if you stay until the end, I will give you this bonus guide, Hack Your Day, 15 morning to nighttime habits to help you perform better in life and business. And I would tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how close is your current exercise routine getting you to the body you really want? 10 is right on the transformation, and 1 equals barely scraping by. So what is it? Type it into the chat room. All right, so let's move on to question number 2. Tell me, yes or no. Think of a person whose health and fitness really hit the mark for you. Do you feel confident that you could create a workout program and a healthy habits routine? Because that's what it's really about, the habits, just as good as theirs, given what you know now about health and wellness. Answer the question, yes or no. And thirdly, think about it. Think about your answer to number 2. What do you already know, or what would you need to know in order to take control of your health, change your body, and really unlock your full potential? Because that is what health and fitness are truly about. It's not just about looking better in the mirror or losing a few pounds or anything like that. It's not, you know, some of us start off as superficial, but then we realize, hey, this is a way of life. This is a path to strength, a path to self-mastery, and a path to living a truly legendary life. And I want to know, does this sound like you? You wish you could start taking better care of yourself. You feel like you're stuck in a rut, although you are exercising. Maybe you hit a plateau, maybe you got an injury. And you know it's time to make health more of a priority in your life. but you don't know where to start or if you can really stick with a program. And perhaps the whole healthy lifestyle thing just seems overwhelming. I get it. I've been there. And in case you don't know me, for those of you who don't listen to Legendary Life, I've been a health and fitness professional for the past 17 years here in Miami Beach, Florida. I've worked with celebrities like Richard Branson, Robert Downey Jr., and Ricky Martin. Most of my current clients are CEOs of multi-million-dollar companies, guys who are really busy, really stressed, guys who also want a high level of service, a high level of expertise when they come to hiring certain people like me. And I want you to know that because it's really important that you understand I'm not an internet marketer guy. I'm not a guy who is working in Starbucks or bartending at a club and decided to try to make some money online or do something online, right? I am a guy who's been in the trenches, helping people one-on-one, showing up to their gyms, their houses, helping them get into shape. I had to solve problems. I had to get them results, or else I wouldn't have been in business for 17 years. I also have a top-ranked podcast where I've been able to sit down with best-selling authors, thought leaders, and experts in the areas of health and fitness. And if you listen to the show, you already know that. I also do a lot of the content. I research this stuff exhaustively. Yeah, I think I said that right. But I am passionate about this. This is my life. Okay, health and fitness, helping people achieve that. And if you haven't checked out the podcast, make sure you do. We get great, we get great reviews all the time. We have over 300 5-star reviews. And make sure you slide the power off on your phone. Okay, and I know we're showing an iPhone here, but whether you have a Samsung Galaxy, a Windows phone, whatever you've got, make sure it's off. Make sure you're here with me. Make sure you're taking this hour to focus on you, to focus on transforming your health, focus on learning things that can help you perform better in your life. And my phone is off. I want yours to be off. I want us to dedicate this time to really diving into this information and helping you apply it. There will be a live Q&A at the end of the webinar. However, I'm up for having a conversation during. So if you have a small question, I don't mind answering it on, in the middle of the webinar. If you have a very in-depth question, I'm going to tell you that we're going to save it for the end. But I will answer any question that you have about any of the things that we covered or even things that we haven't, as long as they apply to health and fitness, of course. Don't ask me to do the icebreaker Macarena dance, all right? But if you want to talk health and fitness, I got you at the end. And what you'll discover, you'll learn how to identify the mistakes you're making with exercise. And I'm going to give you a sample workout template to help you get back in shape. You'll learn my favorite hack. You'll learn 4 healthy eating habits to help you fit healthy into your busy life. You'll learn 3 reasons why sleep deprivation is killing you and your career. And you'll also learn a powerful framework I've developed to show you the simple habits that you need to incorporate to live a more successful life. And I really mean that. This is really about living the type of life that you want. And Peter says, great, I have a few questions. Awesome, Peter. You can ask them along the way if you have anything in particular about the presentation. However, like I said, if it's more in depth, I'll get to it at the end. You're here because you want to change your health in your body, but maybe you don't know how to do it. And I understand. Go Google diet books in Amazon. Go Google exercise books in Amazon. Go to bodybuilding.com and look at all the workouts there. We are inundated with health and fitness information because it's such a big business. And in one way, that's really great. I have great job security. But in another way, it overwhelms people. And I've been there. I understand. I've had to take the time to really make the distinctions between information, decide what was useful, what wasn't, what was backed by actual evidence, and what is just pure marketing garbage. And there is mostly marketing garbage out there, I have to say, unfortunately. No worries. I'm going to help you get really clear And if you haven't heard my struggle, my story of struggle with fitness before, look at the picture of me on the left. I look like I'm in pretty good shape, at least I think. And I was 24 years old then. But the truth was, I was in a lot of pain. I was really killing myself to look like that. And I had achy joints. I didn't sleep well, partly because I lived in Miami Beach. I was a personal trainer. I was going out at night. I was drinking a lot, because that's what you do in clubs. You're not having intellectual conversations while sipping juice, right? So and I kind of kept that up for a while. And the picture on the right is me, early 30s. After I got my brown belt in jiu-jitsu, I've done a bunch of competitions. You wouldn't have looked at me and said, wow, that guy is unhealthy, right? I looked like I had it all in terms of health and fitness. However, I was unhealthy. I wasn't sleeping well. I was fit, but I was in pain because of the injuries and because of the way I was training. I was stressed. I woke up every morning struggling to get out of bed. I had a low sex drive. Yes, sometimes it would be good. I mean, I was in my 20s, but sometimes it wouldn't be, especially when I started getting closer to 30, and then I really crashed and burned. And that helped me really change my paradigm, shift my perspective on what it truly means to be healthy. I became obsessed with learning more about the deeper fundamentals of physiology, of human physiology, of stress physiology, of how to structure workouts in a way that don't kill people, right? Because you don't want to look good for a year. You want to look good for years, right? You don't want to be that guy who's like, oh, I was in really good shape, but then I got injured and I had to stop working out, and that's why I have my belly now. That's not a good excuse. Unfortunately, most routines out there will lead to that. I also studied habit change psychology because I started learning that it's not the information that counts. The information is important, but getting people to actually change their behaviors is what it's all about. And Paul says, my stress levels are so high, with a frown face. Paul, I'm going to share some things with you today that will help you with that. So I'm happy to help you with that. Then I figured it out. I created a system and tested it with my clients over and over and over, and started to get great results. And I want to be clear, I've been in this business for 17 years. I've always gotten results with my clients, but some clients would show up and I wouldn't get good results with them. And it really frustrated me. It really irked me. I was like, what do I need to do here? Because I could just push some people, push them hard, and then they would get results, especially if they were in their 20s or early 30s. But then my clients, sometimes my 40s, 50s, even 60s, I've had clients in their 70s. You can't just crush those people with exercise and expect something good to happen. You have to develop a system for progressing people in a way that doesn't injure them, that doesn't make them sore every time, so sore that they can't sleep at night. And I figured that out. I have a system. I don't have the only system. I'm not saying I'm the best person to learn from ever, but I'm one of the top people to learn from when it comes to getting your health and fitness. And it's not because I'm so special, but I've put in the work. I've done the trial and error. I've done the research. I've gone to the seminars. I've spent my over 10,000 hours learning how to do this for people. And after receiving hundreds of emails from people who listen to my podcast and the surveys that I've sent out to the people who are signed up to my website, I started realizing that people really need help to change their health, their body, and also learn how to stay consistent with the new habits, because it's really about habits. I have habits that make me look the way I look. We all have, we're actually the result. The way we look, you look in the mirror, you are the result of the habits that you have. Whether you eat the good food or the bad food, whether you eat too much or the right amount, whether you work out a lot or haven't touched anything except the remote and your cell phone and your iPad, we are the results of our habits. And that's when I decided to share my system with others to help them adopt the habits, to get them on the right programs, to get them results. That's why I created the CO Strength online fitness coaching program. I'm so proud of it. People are in there and they're getting results already. And we'll be talking about that more. But I'm going to be sharing with you the principles that I use with people here in Miami Beach, my personal training clients, and in CEO Strength, so you can benefit. And workouts don't work solely on their own. To get massive results with workouts, you need to combine nutrition, you need to combine sleep, you need to combine good workout programming. You can't just, hey, I found this workout on bodybuilding.com. Go try it. You've already tried it. Go get P90X. Where do you go from there? What do you do from there? What happens when life gets in the way? What happens when you travel and you don't have all the equipment that they tell you to have to work out? What do? You need to combine the healthy habits. You need to know how to program things, and that's what I help people do. This is how you get massive results from your workouts, from all your hard work in and out of the gym. So let's get into it. 3 ways to change your health, body, and life. And you already know what they are. Of course, we're talking about moving. We're talking about eating. We're talking about sleeping, AKA exercise, nutrition, and sleep. So with exercise, what are we going to cover? We're going to cover a 4-step process to get in the best shape of your life without getting injured or killing yourself at the gym. We're going to get into, for nutrition, 4 healthy eating habits that will make the biggest difference for you. So many people spend time on such complicated stuff. I'm going to simplify it for you and get you clear. You're also going to get nutrition tips that will help you take control of your health again. And I mean that. It's not marketing. Sleep. 3 reasons why sleep deprivation is killing you in your career, and 6 ways to equip your sleep cave, which is what I call your bedroom, to remind you you weren't always an office worker or a business owner who lives in a house or a condo. We used to be in tribes and live in caves and perhaps huts, and we didn't have smartphones and LED lamps and all the other things that we have taking us away from what our body needs naturally. And 4 is going to be about taking action. How do you jumpstart your motivation? How do you stick with the new healthy habits to change your life forever? That's incredibly important. And Peter says, I really need help with sleeping 5 to 6 hours per night. And Peter, that's 6 hours is really in the yellow zone. 5 hours is in the red zone. And I would be curious to hear from you, Paul, how you say your stress levels are high. How many hours a night are you sleeping? Go ahead and type that in while I continue. And excuse me, after following my advice for 2 weeks, Mark's been in the program. Now I told him, hey Mark, why are you so sore, man? Let's back off the volume to help you get results, but not to kill yourself doing it. And he said, you know what? I think I'm getting used to it. I think the sleep issue will sort itself out. He lost 10 pounds and it made him emotional just to text me this. Excuse me. It made me emotional to read it because that's what this program is about. It's not about just looking better or losing a couple pounds. It's about changing your life. Here's Adrian. Adrian loves the meal plan that we give you. We give you a meal plan. And that's not even the big part of the program. The big part of the programs is following the workouts, typing in your healthy habits into the apps for me to see what you're doing. And then we give you a meal plan too for the people who are cooking inclined. And Paul says, I'm sleeping 7 hours a night, but I wake up feeling tired. Paul, I'm going to give you some solid strategies to help with your sleep quality, because if you're sleeping 7 hours a night and you're waking up feeling tired, that's a sleep quality issue. Okay, so we'll get to that. So let's get into exercise, something that I'm really excited about. And one thing that you need to know about exercise is, what is exercise really? It's stress. It makes your blood flow to your skeletal muscles. Your heart rate increases. Your intestinal muscles relax. Your breathing rate dilate. Blood pressure in the arteries increase. It is stress to your body. Your body thinks it's in some type of danger, okay? However, when that exercise is done in the right amount, it's a eustress, not a distress. Those are two types of stress. Eustress is a positive stress. It's, it's what you do when you exercise and your body gets stronger. However, it can be distress. It can beat you up. And that's why I want to show you this. This is what happens during your workouts. You have what I'm calling a workout recovery cycle. What it's really called, by the way, is general adaptation syndrome. We're not going to go into that. That has to do with stress physiology. But here's all you need to know is you got to recover from your workouts. So where are you? You are homeostasis. What is that initial stimulus? That is a workout you did to your body. Let me ask you a question. Are you stronger after you work out? You may feel better because of endorphins, because of dopamine, because of adrenaline, because of noradrenaline, but you are actually weaker. You caused micro tears to your muscles. You depleted resources so you could go do your workout. That's the alarm phase. B is the resistance phase. That's when your body says, whoa, we caused trauma to our muscles here, to our joint tissue too, and by the way, to your bones. And we need to make all this stuff stronger in case that happens again. So your body remodels things, builds things up, and that's how you get to C, supercompensation. Supercompensation, just a fancy, sciencey sounding term for getting stronger. However, let me point something out to you. If, let's say you worked out 7 days a week, 3 hours a day, and you just did the same workout, just pushing yourself, killing yourself for 3 hours in the gym, 7 days a week. What would happen? You think you would be a beast? Perhaps if you were an Olympic athlete and you had a coach who knew how to program something like that. But for most of us, we're going to go into the exhaustion phase. Your sex hormones are going to get low. Your stress hormones are going to get high. You're going to start getting injuries in your joints. You're going to start breaking down and be generally feeling miserable. However, people who do the workout, let's say you worked out really hard for 1 week, then you took 3 months off, same thing kind of happens. Instead of getting exhausted though, you get into what's called detraining. Now you don't maybe feel exhausted, but you've gotten weaker. And that's why people lose muscle mass every year. That's why people in part get fatter every year. You are detrained. Every time you just sit around all day for weeks and months, you're putting body fat on, your muscles are getting weaker, your bones are getting weaker, your connective tissue, your tendons, your ligaments, everything is getting weaker. You're becoming detrained. So questions to ask yourself, are you lifting more weight every single month? Are you doing more sets and reps with the same weight every single week? You should be. I do more sets, more reps every single week. Almost every. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. But what I'm trying to get at here, are you consistently getting stronger? And I've been getting consistently stronger for years. Okay? I'm way stronger. Although I'm 1 year older, I'm way stronger than I was a year ago. Now I've had some rehab to some injuries I've sustained from a car accident and a couple other things, but I'm way stronger than I was a year ago. Are you? And even if you're doing cardiovascular training, running, riding, swimming, rowing, whatever, are you doing it faster? Are you doing it for more distance or time? Because if the answer is no, then your workout isn't working. You're in a plateau, you're not making results, and it's not working for you. It simply isn't working for you, and doing more won't work, okay? And Peter says, no, no, and no. After I got injured, I stopped exercising. Peter, if you want better sleep, if you want to look better, feel better, you've got to exercise. There's no way around it. And Peter says, yes, 3 times a week. And Paul says, I love going for a walk. Okay, great. So here's the number one thing, and this is like a rule of almost everything. Whether you want to be a great businessman, a great doctor, an attorney, if you want to learn how to play a musical instrument, if you want to learn how to play golf or tennis, you must be consistent. And exercise is no different. You must be consistent. If you show up for 1 week and hit it hard, then you're off for a month. Then you show up and you work out for 2 weeks, then you're off for 3 weeks. It's not going to work for you. You must find something that you can do and something that you can be consistent with. And that, if you do that one thing, be consistent every single week with your exercise program, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's doing squats and push-ups for 10 minutes in the morning. You will get better results than someone who's on a professionally designed program like the ones I design for my clients, but who never does it. Okay, number one. Number two, and I want to throw in this cute thing because my name is consistency. I'm related to success. We should hang out more than every once in a while, okay? Peter says he needs consistency, and Peter, I agree. We all need consistency, including you. So number two is frequency. So once you understand, I got to show up every week, then the question is, how many times do I show up every week for exercise? And now we're getting to the sample program that I'm talking about. And I want you to take a screenshot. I want you to take notes. I want you to pay attention here. And one thing I'll tell you, I know it's a big epiphany for you, but frequent workouts tend to work better. How many times a week? 2 to 5 times. However, there are 2 templates I use for most people and get great results with. And Peter also say used to work out 3 times a week. After you got injured, you stopped, Peter. And I'd love to get you back there. I'd love to get you back there, and we'll deal with that in a bit. So here you go. Let's say, all right, Ted, I got 3 days to work out. What do I do? Here you go. Do a total body workout. Pick 5 exercises or 6 exercises. You could even do 4 exercises. Write them down, things that you know how to do. That's your workout, okay? That's your workout. You're going to do that 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, Ted, what do I do on the off days? Well, you better be getting up and moving because we're human beings. Human beings aren't designed to sit around all day. They're not designed to go work out in the gym for 3 hours a week and then the rest of the 160 something hours a week that you're not at the gym, you sit on your butt. And that's what we do. So you better be either, if you're out of shape, you better be getting in your steps. I like to tell people to shoot for 10,000. Even though they may not get that, if they're getting 3, 5, 7,000, that's going to help. If you are in better shape, that's when you do your aerobic exercise. And that's what I mean by cardio, aerobic exercise. I'm not talking about high intensity interval training, okay? Aerobic exercise. And that's what you follow. And hey, if your body feels like it needs a rest, then you take it. That's the 3-day workout. However, this is what I like to get most people on. The 4-day workout, okay? And that's why in CEO Strength, my online fitness coaching program, I have a 3-day and a 4-day option. I know some people just won't do 4 days, so I have a 3-day option, but this is what I like to get everybody on. This is what you can see. If you want to change your body, this is what you follow right here, okay? Upper body, Monday, lower body, Tuesday. Of course, the day doesn't matter. You can do it any way you want, but this is no matter what day you do it on. Day 1 is upper body. Day 2 is lower body. Day 3 is rest, 10,000 steps or aerobic exercise. Day 4 is upper body. Day 5 is lower body. And, do your thing on Saturday and Sunday, okay? What do? Pick 4 to 6 exercises for upper body. Do it that day. Pick 4 to 6 exercises for lower body and do that twice a week. Do it like this. On the off days, we already went over what you need to do. Write this down, take notes, and we're going to get deeper into a workout for you. Okay, now we've talked about consistency. We've talked about frequency, how many times a week you need to be shooting for to change your body. How about how to get results? And that brings us to 3, which is progress. How do we get progress? And principle of progressive overload is what we call progress in the science of exercise physiology. It's the science of optimal improvement, because if you're not getting stronger, if you're not able to do more weight, if you're not able to do more sets and reps with the same weight, if you're not able to do harder versions of exercises, you're not doing this critical principle here, and you're not going to look better, because looking better is about getting in better shape, getting stronger. Okay, and if you don't like the way you look, then you need to get stronger. That's it. There is no way around it. Okay, so let's look at a sample way of applying the progressive overload principle for building muscle. So you already picked your 3 or 4 day workout. You already know, pick 4 to 6 exercises for each day. Now here's what you do for a week. You follow this. So take notes. If you want to build muscle, take notes. This is what you do. You got your 4 to 6 exercises. You know how many days per week. This is what you do. Okay. Well, why do you do the deload week? Because you're no professional athlete. You're no Olympic athlete. You're no genetic specimen that we need to get into the Olympics to get a gold medal. And you know what? Neither am I. So we need to we're busy people. We're stressed people. We're people who don't have ideal situations when it comes to the level of stress we're under. So we need to take a deload every 4th week. That's what I do with all my clients. All my clients. This is how you get longevity. This is how you avoid injuries. This is how you avoid plateaus. So follow this program right here. The exercises, they don't matter. Just find something that challenges you for 3 sets of 8. Got it? Cool. Now let's look at how would you do that for building strength. And I should even take this part out, because but I'll throw it in here. Let's say, Ted, I'm already doing something kind of like the other muscle building thing. I'm really looking to get stronger. Where here's how you do it. Now the for building muscle, you keep the weight the same, but you go up in reps, you go up in sets. Now if you want to build strength, this is how you do it. You need to go up in weight every week. So 3 times 7 reps, 3 times 5 reps, 3 times 3. How do you go from 7 to 5 reps and make it challenging? Well, you'll have to add a little bit of weight. How do you go from 5 to 3 reps and still make that 3 sets of 3 reps more challenging? Got to add more weight every single week, except for week 4 when we do a deload week. And we use the same weight that we worked out with in week 1. Why, Ted? That seems weird. Because you don't want joint injuries. Lifting more weight every single week, that's not sustainable. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to get injured. You're going to wear out your joints. Take a deload week and repeat. Now let's look. Maybe you're saying, yeah, Ted, okay, building muscle, building strength, okay. But man, I want to lose some fat. What do I do? Here you go. Take those 4 to 6 exercises, put them into a circuit. And by the way, it works a bit better if you do the 3-day workout for this for the fat loss, simply because you don't want to be all over the place. A 4 to 6 exercise circuit just for your upper body or lower body, that's not going to be a good time. Okay. Now I'm not saying that you can't do it, but anyway, I recommend the 3-day. You do the same thing. However, you just put it in a circuit. What's the circuit? You do the exercise one after the other with no rest. And here's how you can do it. Alternate upper body, lower body, lower body, then core. Throw in core exercise in there. Do that. You're going to see some great results. 4 is recovery. You can't just beat yourself up in the gym, and you can't just take deload weeks. You got to sleep well, which we'll go into. You got to eat well, which we'll go into. Mobility and stretching is really important, especially if you're on the tight side. Got to get that mobility and stretching beyond the scope of what we're going to go into here. We don't have enough time. Also, taking magnesium baths can help a lot. That's why it's so, I took one today. No, actually, I used magnesium spray today. I took a magnesium bath yesterday. But Ancient Minerals is my go-to, the bath flakes, but Epsom salts will do. In fact, I used an Epsom salt bath yesterday. Supplements as well. I'm not going into supplements today, but we can go into it if you want to ask me some questions at the end. Peter loves magnesium. Me too, man. My favorite mineral, magnesium, no doubt. It's this stress-reducing mineral. Let's get into nutrition. What do you really need to know about nutrition? Do you need to follow a diet? I'll tell you what, you follow this right here, this one principle, eat whole and minimally processed foods 90% of the time, you will be in better shape than most people who are following those crash diets or crazy diets. And Peter says, I want to ask about supplements at the end. Peter, awesome. Would love to hear your supplements. Let's keep those for the Q&A though. So eat whole and minimally processed foods. And you're probably like, well, I know what whole foods are, but what's minimally processed? Well, when you pluck a chicken and cut the leg off, I'm just putting it in there to be accurate. When you cut, you didn't get the cow and, cut the meat off and the chicken and do all that. So it's minimally processed. So are getting nuts out of shells and whatnot. So just trying to be accurate there. But if you were just to eat the green vegetables, the starchy vegetables, the fruits, the eggs, the fish, the chicken, the beef, the nuts, if you just ate food off of what you see in this picture, you would be way ahead of most people when it comes to nutrition. And Paul says, I get so confused about nutrition. Paul, like I said, eat everything off of here. I'm going to give you a few more principles. Excuse me, but if you just ate what's off of here for every meal, that you would be way ahead of most people. Okay, I know it's hard to do that. And you may ask, what do you do the 10% of the time? Well, go out, have some pizza or burger or a couple beers or scotches or whatever you're into. And Paul says, I got the breakfast guide and my wife loved it. I need an easy and realistic meal plan. Well, I got you. If you want to join the CEO Strength, look into it. You can ask me questions about it later, Paul. We do meal plans every month for people, so you get new meals every single month. So we went over this. What's number 2? Eat protein at every meal. And if you want to build muscle or get stronger, you already know why you got to eat protein at every meal. However, if you want to lose fat, you may say, why would I do that? Well, I'll tell you, do you want to lose now weight loss? Do you really want to lose weight? You really just want the number on the scale to go down? Or do you want to look better? You want the belly fat to disappear. You want the fat around your thighs or your arms or your chest, wherever it is, to disappear. I know that's what I want. I want to look better. I want to get rid of the stuff that I don't need on my body, and I want more of the stuff that I want to show. Protein will help you do that. It costs more calories to digest protein than it does any other macronutrient, fat or carbohydrates, and it will fuel your muscle building, and it will also help you maintain muscle as you lose fat. Protein at every meal, very simple, and again, it's something simple you can follow. Here's another one. Eat superfood vegetables every single day. Every single day. So, Peter, look better. Okay, yeah, man, eating protein will help you look better for sure. So eat superfood vegetables every day. And let me tell you something. Superfood vegetables, what's that even mean, right? Is that just green vegetables? Well, let me tell you, there is something to it. What we really mean by superfood vegetables is nutrient-dense vegetables. And you may ask yourself, well, what are the most nutrient-dense vegetables? Well, you may even ask yourself, well, what does nutrient density mean? That means foods that have the highest amount of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and the least amount of calories are said to be nutrient dense. By the way, foods that have the most amount of calories and the least amount of vitamins and minerals are said to be very calorie dense, right? High calorie. That's why we focus on the calories, because it ain't that great for us. White flour, bread, pasta, even though they add in a few vitamins and minerals back into the mix. So anyway, back to the superfood vegetables. That's what nutrient density is. And which ones are the best vegetables to eat? No worries. The CDC did some research and figured it out for us. And here is the list of the best nutrient-dense vegetables. And I say vegetables because the top 15 are vegetables, but actually more than the top 15. But there are some fruits there, right? And notice the fruits are more towards the end. But focus on the vegetables. By the way, how popular is kale? Pretty popular, right? Joe Rogan, Beyonce had a kale sweater on. Look at where kale is on this chart. It's number 15. So there are 14 other vegetables that are more nutrient dense than kale. This is why I love what I do. I help people make better decisions, not with marketing like, hey bro, you gotta eat kale because kale, it's so hot, it's popular, it's, you know, it's like Kim Kardashian, and kale's way better than Kim Kardashian, obviously, at least in my opinion. But you know, and I still eat kale, but I eat watercress, I eat Chinese cabbage, I eat chard, I eat a ton of spinach. So this helps you make better decisions. I hope you took a screenshot of it or took notes, because that is an important chart. You want to eat some of those every day. Also, eat fats healthy every day. I was mixing up my words there, but eat healthy fats daily. Eat olive oil on salads. Eat some coconut for a snack. Eat some avocado. Eat some guacamole. You know, have some grass-fed butter. You need a mixture of fats. Saturated fat won't kill you. Too much saturated fat is probably bad for you, but you need a mix. You need saturated fat. You need the mono unsaturated, the poly unsaturated fat. You need the omega-3 fats, the omega-6 fats, the omega-9 fats. Those are all important. Eat a mixture of fats. Make sure you eat some every day, and nuts are a fantastic way of getting in fats. And Paul says, I love superfood salad. Sometimes I order for lunch. Awesome. I love superfood salads too. Kale, and because actually kale works decent in a salad, whereas some of the other ones don't. But spinach actually is a superfood too, so don't forget about spinach. Anyway, so let's recap. Eat whole and minimally processed food 90% of the time. Okay, you know what whole and minimally processed food is. Eat protein at every meal. You know what protein is. Eggs, beef, chicken, wild game, all that stuff, right? Eat protein powder. Eat superfood vegetables at every meal. Eat healthy fats daily. And you probably knew most of this stuff, but you may not be doing it. And that has to do with something that's outside of what we're talking about right now. That has to do with how to change your habits. So, and I'll give you a tip. Learn how to make salads, learn how to cook, learn a few dishes, and you can make this happen for yourself. So there you go. And last bit of advice here. If you want to burn fat, you got to make sure you're eating slightly less than you need. If you want to build muscle, you want to be eating slightly more. Why slightly less? Why not? Why don't I just go on a super low calorie diet, Ted? Well, I'm not going to get into all the details, but you will hit a plateau very quick when you do that. And if you're just piling on the calories because you want to build muscle, I did that before. I put on fat that I didn't want. I put on muscle and fat. Wasn't good. So be conservative and only do slightly less or slightly more. Yes, it takes longer to achieve what you want, but you get what you really want at the end. Let's talk about sleep, the unsung hero of taking care of ourselves, right? We care about what supplement, what workout, what diet should I follow, but sleep, who has time for that, right? Well, I'm gonna hopefully change your mind. And let me ask you something. What happens when you go to sleep? If you're like me, I used to think that I just closed my eyes. Didn't really matter too much when I went to bed, but as long as I closed my eyes for about 8 hours, you know, that was good. Doesn't matter. Maybe I wake up a couple times, whatever. But here's what happens when you go to sleep. This is what you call a hypnogram. No need to memorize it. I won't be giving you a quiz at the end of the webinar, but I'm just showing you how complicated it is. This is a hypnogram. Those spikes that you see that look almost like buildings, are what's called sleep architecture. And this is a picture of what you would call optimal sleep architecture. And I want you to see you don't just fall asleep. You go through stages of sleep. You go from being awake to the N1 stage, to the N2 stage, and finally into N3, which is deep sleep. Then you cycle back up and get into REM sleep. And I want you to notice something. The first half of the night, deep sleep is what dominates the first half of the night. The second half of the night, REM sleep is what dominates. That's why you have more dreams towards the late hours or the early hours of the morning. But guess what? You need deep sleep. You need REM sleep. Deep sleep is when you do all the repair, the hormonal release and all that. And REM sleep is where you're mentally sharper, where your brain is super active and it starts to consolidate your memories and you get smarter, in other words, all right? So it's complicated, and there's ways to optimize this sleep architecture, this sleep, and we'll get to that in a bit. No need to memorize that, but I just wanted to show you, hey, this is what happens, because it blew my mind when I saw that. Here's a question to ask yourself. How well do you sleep? That's a question of sleep intensity. Do you wake up when you feel rested when you wake up? Are you full of energy when you wake up? Go ahead and type that in. Another thing I want to ask you is, how long do you sleep? We've had a few people tell us, let's see if I can go back a little bit. Yeah, Peter sleeps 5 to 6 hours a night. It's a bit on the low side. Paul sleeps 7 hours a night, but he doesn't feel great when he wakes up. So one person is getting not enough sleep. The other, although he's getting 7 hours of sleep, isn't having optimal quality of sleep. And let me ask you the last one. When do you sleep? And I want to go back to what you saw in the hypnogram. Let's say you sleep 8 hours. Is it the same if you go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m.? Is that just the same as going to bed at, say, 4 a.m. and waking up at noon? And the answer is no, it's not. Your body knows what time it is. And you know this because you've probably traveled. You probably crossed a time zone and got jet lag. Why do people get jet lag? Well, because our body has what's called a circadian rhythm. It knows what time it is, and you can't just go to sleep whenever you want. We are what are called diurnal creatures. We are not nocturnal. We are designed to be awake during the day, asleep at night. And Paul says, I'm not getting enough sleep. I watch TV till late. Paul, we're going to talk about how light affects you in just a bit and why that's a terrible idea. So let's get into 3 reasons why sleep deprivation is killing you and killing your career. The first one is testosterone, and we all care about testosterone. And by the way, testosterone is important for both men and women. Here's something you may not know about testosterone. There's been a generational decline in testosterone. Okay, this is a slide from the Massachusetts male aging study showing that each generation of men from the 1980s to the early 2000s had a steeper decline of testosterone. Okay, it's not good. And Peter says, I have difficulty falling asleep at night. Peter, if you are on your phone, if you have lights on, we're going to be talking about how to deal with that in a bit. So here's something you should know about 1 week of sleep restriction on testosterone levels in young, healthy men. They took a group of young guys in the University of Chicago, guys in their 20s, otherwise healthy, and restricted their sleep to 5 hours or less a night. I forget all the details, but it was 5 hours or less a night. What happened to their testosterone after that? Because they took levels before, compared them after. What happened? They had testosterone levels of a guy who is 10 to 15 years older than their age. So they were biologically older by just 1 week of sleep restriction. Let me ask you, that's for guys who are healthy and in their 20s. What about guys who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s? How well do you think you do when you sleep that 5 to 6 hours. How well do you think you do when you've been doing that for years? Why do you maybe not feel as good in the morning, right? So another thing, weight gain. We know sleep deprivation will mess with your hormones. It will mess with your hunger hormone, ghrelin. It will mess with your satiety hormone, leptin. You will feel more hungry and less satiated. And what will you reach for when you're hungry? It won't be the superfood salad. It won't be the kale shake. It will be, you will have this thing where you want to reach for unhealthy foods. It's called sleep deprivation increases what's called hedonic eating, or just nom 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 nom, right? So another one, we talked about the REM sleep. If you're not getting enough cycles of REM sleep, if you're not getting enough REM sleep because of alcohol or marijuana or sleeping pills, you are going to, or because you just don't sleep enough or have poor quality sleep, you're going to have poor memory, poor learning, and you're going to look like, your brain's going to look like Homer Simpson. Okay, maybe not the last one, but it is a funny picture, right? So let's get into sleep habits for a great night of sleep. I don't even like good. I want great. I want you feeling great in the morning. Equip your sleep cave. Buy thermal blackout curtains. Put them up in your room. Why? We know that light comes in from outside, from the LED lamps that are out on the street, from your neighbor who's got some, light going on, and it affects your ability to produce, your brain's ability to produce melatonin, which signals to your body it's time to go to sleep, which helps you get into deeper sleep. Okay, out your bedroom. And I have blackout curtains in my bedroom, but it's not enough, and that's why I still recommend using a sleep mask. You want to be blacked out in your room. Also, unplug your devices, or if you travel, bring some electrical tape to cover up those lights in the hotel room. I know it may seem excessive, but if you have really bad sleep issues, you're going to want to do all of this. If you don't, I still want you to try everything, even if it seems a bit excessive, because you may find that you may find what works for you, and you may find that you just sleep even better and feel better when you wake up. So 3 other things. In your bed, everybody will spend $3,000 to get the new 4K super high definition curved TV that I saw in Best Buy the other day, but they haven't changed your bed in 10 years. Invest in what's going to help you be the most successful. Also, use earplugs. I like Superior soft foam from CVS. The harder foam earplugs can irritate your ear. Why? Because sound can take you out of deep sleep. And if you've got a partner who snores, if you've got a noisy neighbor, if your neighbor has dogs, if you live in a noisy area like New York, or here in Miami, I sleep with earplugs. Not every night, but most nights, especially if someone's out there making a lot of noise. Also, keep your room cool. In fact, if you have insomnia, pay particular attention to this one. Find what works for you. Experiment with somewhere in between 60 and 68 degrees. Me personally, I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to cold because I live in Miami. It's hot here all the time. So I sleep with about 68 degrees on the thermostat. They did a research study showing that people who had insomnia cooled down their head, actually, because they found that, people with insomnia coming off of their head because their brain keeps working, right? So they found that if they put it on a cooling cap, it helped them fall asleep just like normal people. Cool your room. You can use a cooling cap as well, which I have in my ultimate guide to better sleep. Giselle will go ahead and put that into the chat room. So if you want a deeper dive into some things that will help you with sleep, she'll put that up and you can download it now for free. My gift to you. Let's keep going. Taking action, right? How do we put all these habits? And the first thing I want to tell you is know your why. Understand that you need to eat, sleep, and move better to be the best parent, to be the best businessman, to be the best business owner, to be the best in your career, to crush it in life, to be your best. You must take care of your body. You only have one. and do not wait until something really goes wrong to fix it. And I know you're here because you want to take action, but you have to understand, what is this really about for you? What is this really about? And it has to go deeper than just, well, I feel like I should be healthier. If you're saying that to yourself, I'm going to call bullshit on you. You need to go deeper. What is it really about? Also, losing a few pounds, weak as well. Find something deeper to connect to that will drive you, okay? Even if it sounds superficial, you don't have to tell anybody. And also, jumpstart your motivation. I love listening to podcasts, audiobooks when I work out. I want you to try that as well. If you haven't listened to my show, try it out. If you're already tired of hearing my voice and you want to hear someone else, okay, fine. But make sure you do something that motivates you. So many of us say, well, I just don't feel motivated. And Zig Ziglar has a great quote. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily, okay? So look for something that motivates you daily. And I want to ask you, are you excited about applying what you learn here to change your health, body, and life? You've got to work out. You have nutrition principles that you can take with you and ask every time you're going to eat a meal, is this whole and minimally processed food? Do I have a protein? Do I have a healthy fat? Do I have some vegetables? And are they superfood vegetables? And Peter says, my why is feeling better and enjoying life more. My family is tired of me complaining about my health and body. And Peter, I love the second part of that. You've been called out and you want to take control and you want to step up in your family as the man that you are. And I love that. Paul, you're super excited. Awesome, man. Great to hear. So why you registered? You wish you could start taking better care of yourself. You feel like you're stuck in a rut because you hit a plateau or perhaps got injured. Or perhaps you did get good results from a program, but you don't know where to go now. And you know it's time to make health more of a priority. Being healthy is not going to make you rich. It's not going to make you live forever. Things can still happen, but it is the way to ensure that you have the best life, the best health possible is by taking control of it. But maybe you don't know where to start, or if you can really stick with the program. And like we talked about before, it can be overwhelming. Remember, nothing I've shared with you today is theory. The information that I shared with you, it's not on trial. Your ability to put it into action is what's on trial here, is what's in question here. Because I've used every single one of these strategies to coach myself. I started it with this stuff because I wanted to help my health, to fix my health, and I've been able to do that, okay? I also use the same strategies to coach multi-million-dollar clients and how to change their health, body, and life. And Peter says, yes, health needs to be a priority. We're on the same page, Peter. I say health and fitness form the foundation for success. So, and I want you to know I'm not extra special. I don't have special genetics. I don't have exclusive resources or weird, expensive pieces of equipment. I just have a system that works. And if I can do this, if my clients can do this, you can too. So you have three choices. You could quit altogether, but you didn't spend an hour on this presentation to do that. You could also continue to go it alone, hoping to get better results. And if you follow the workout that we talked about for yourself, if you follow the nutrition habits, if you start to use some of the sleep hygiene that we talked about, you will get better results. But you can let an expert help you to get better results, and you'll get them faster, because that's the secret these days, right? The key to fast success is to let an expert help you to get better results. Whether you want to learn golf, you get a golf pro. If you want to learn tennis, you get a tennis pro. If you want someone to do your taxes, you get an accountant. If you want someone to help you get into the best shape possible, let someone like me, or let me help you by sharing my proven strategies. This stuff works with everyone, okay? Now, I can't make you do it, but if you do it, it works for everyone who does it. And if you're overwhelmed by all this information, I can help you. I don't want you to worry. I get you focused on what matters the most. And that's why I'm super excited to introduce to you the CEO Strength online coaching program. It's the only habit-based exercise, nutrition, and lifestyle program that you'll need to take control of your health and to change your body and life. Okay? You won't need to read another book. You won't say, you know, Ted, you don't have it all together. I'm going to have to watch another one of those YouTube videos. Or I'm going to have to listen to another podcast. I will have you covered. Okay? We are going to dive deep into all things health and fitness. And with CEO Strength, you will learn how to take control of your own health and fitness, even if you've tried and failed before, especially if you've tried and failed before. I want you to give me a chance. And guess what? You work directly with me. It's not me on the webinar and then you never talk to me and you work with the people who I've hired. You work with me. And I'm there to help you stay consistent and focus on what matters. And you'll also discover the best exercise and nutrition strategies that work with your busy life instead of against it. And if you think what I shared with you here is good, I've got way better stuff than that. I just don't have all the time to go into it, right? And forget about trying to be perfect. Perfect equals failure, right? Instead, practice only the healthy habits that will make the biggest difference for you. So many people get lost in the minutia instead of focusing on the biggest habits, right? Also, bulletproof your body against potential health problems, injuries, and unexpected events. Here's Adrian again. She says we're knocking it out of the park with the program. The meal plans with detailed shopping lists, breakfast, lunches, and dinners and pictures. It's awesome. She's made more of the recipes. You don't even have to do the meal plan. That's not a must do. The exercise is a must do. Logging in your information in the app, which we'll talk about in a bit, is a must do. The meal plan is just a bonus, but she's having a great time. Here's Marcos. He doesn't write as much, but his triceps are the biggest they've ever been. Now maybe your triceps, that's not what you're after, but we help you with whatever your goals are. And his goals are very different than what Adrian's goals are. So this is an actual screenshot of our conversation. So CEO Strength includes all these things. So let's go by them one by one. New workout program every 4 weeks. But is it just any program? You just get some random program with some new exercises and it's all crazy and different? No, we use what we talked about. What did we talk about? Progressive overload. What did we talk about? Workout recovery cycle. I build you up. Okay, and I want people in this program for an entire year. We don't sell it in yearly chunks, but I have written out an entire year of workouts that will take you from where you are now to someone you didn't even think you could be by the end of that. That's my goal. And if you want to do it in the gym, we have a gym program. If you want to do it at home, I only do body weight training these days. Okay, because of my injuries and because I have no interest in being at a gym these days. I've been in this business for a long time. So even if you travel, even if you have an injury, whatever your situation and skill, I give you a program. Then I tell you how to personalize it for you so you get the best results. Who else is doing that? You will get, there's a beginner's option. Forget the 2 G's of the beginner. There's a gym workout, a home workout, a travel workout. If you want to work out 3 days, we have that. If you want to work out 4 days, we have that. Some of the workouts are shorter, 30 minutes, and 60-minute workouts for those who are truly committed to their exercise routine. We also have a meal plan. I've talked about that. Adrian talked about how she enjoyed the meals that she was making out of it. And it fits into your plan. I'll help you, okay? I'll help you. Someone doesn't even want to learn how to cook at all. He's like, man, I don't like shopping and I don't like cooking. So I've helped him find a solution to it. We help you with what you need Okay, here's the meal plan every 4 weeks. So it's arugula pear salad with chicken. It's chocolate, peanut butter, and banana shake. It's loaded scrambled eggs. It's bacon burgers. You're eating good food. You're not, it's not boiled broccoli and like baked chicken. Although there's nothing wrong with that, but not exactly tasty, right? You also get the app, the app. This is where we communicate with each other. The screenshots that I showed you came from the app. How does it look? Look at the first picture. That's your nudge score. I know how well you're doing based on how high that score is. Look at the second screenshot. That is, it's actually not a screenshot, but it does look like the app, right? So how many glasses of water you drink, how many fruits and veggies you have, how many steps you do a day, how much sleep you get a night. And if you have a wearable like a Fitbit or a Jawbone, it syncs with your wearable, syncs with your iPhone to pick up information, to show what you're actually doing so you and I can work together to make the numbers look good, to get you the results you want. And if you have any type of question, you reach out to me, okay? And we go over it, all right? Here's an example. So it's simply the best way to track your progress. I know what's going on. I see your body compass. This is what I see. This is the coaching interface. You won't see this. I'll see this, right? And nobody else will see it, just me. I'll see how much sleep you're getting, how many veggies you're getting, how much hydration you're getting, how many steps you're doing. I will help you dial that in, and you'll reach out to me at whenever you want. You can type a message on there whenever. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be up at 4 in the morning answering your messages because I practice sleep hygiene, right? I practice what I preach here. However, I will get back to you. If I'm busy, I won't get back to you right away, but I will get back to you. I will always get back to you. I am there to help you along the way. I will answer every single message you send, okay? Here's another one. John, he's lost 6 pounds since he started. He cheated a bit on the holiday. That was from July 4th. No big deal. He's got it. What are we trying to do here? Are we trying to be perfect? No. We're trying to do 70%, 80%, 90%. Okay, and the rest, you're still, if you do 70% of what I want you to do, you're going to get results. Okay, I'm going to tell you everything to do. I'm going to have you shoot for 100. But you ain't going to get it. You're going to get 70 or 80, and that's fine, okay? That's what it takes to get results. You also get bi-weekly online workshops. You will learn about supplements. We will dive just into nutrition. We will dive just into sleep. We will dive just into exercise to help you get the best results from your experience in the program. Here's a list of the trainings, exercises, training 1, nutrition and supplements, training 2. Actually, I'm going to be doing sleep on training 2 and nutrition and supplements. I've decided based on how many people keep talking about sleep. And by the way, you see the thing in the chat room, the CEO Strength, you can just sign up to that now, check it out now, click on it now. Also, healthy habits, how to set yourself up for success. And we do group coaching calls, where we talk about what you're struggling with, what you have questions with. We handle everything to make sure you feel like you're taken care of. We cover the foundations of success for health and fitness, all right? We help you handle whatever struggle, whatever concern, whatever issue comes up, and you'll connect with a group of people who are on the same journey as you. When you first sign up, do I just throw a bunch of stuff towards your way? No, you sign up, you do the health and productivity assessment. I want to know about your health history. I want to know about what program you've been doing. I want to know about what your injuries are. I want to know about anything that could potentially affect your results in the program. So I read that over, then I reach out to you through the app and we talk about it. We talk about it. We make sure that you're going to be on the right track. You're going to be making the best decisions for yourself. All right. I'm so psyched up about that part because that's what makes coaching. I know about you. Okay, I know how to help you, and I've been helping people for a long time, and I've dealt with all different situations, and I bet you your bottom dollar I can help you with whatever you're dealing with right now, provided that it's not like, well, Ted, I had I have a guy who has a heart transplant who might join the program, and I have a client who's had a kidney transplant, but something really outside of maybe you're on life support. I can't help you, but if you're reasonably healthy and maybe you have a few injuries or a couple medical conditions like rheumatoid arthritis or some type of arthroscopic surgery on your shoulder or your knee, or a labral surgery for a slap tear, whatever it is, I can help you, okay? Been at this for a long time, and I love this picture because it's representative of how we need to have our lives handled in today's busy world. Are people going to ask less of you next year? Is your family going to ask less of you next year? Is your work, your business going to ask less of you next year? Are your customers going to ask less of you next year? We need to have it together to be our best, to perform our best. And fast action bonus, anyone who signs up for either the 3 or the 6 months, I will throw in a 30-minute coaching call. If you sign up for 3 months, you get one 30-minute coaching call. If you sign up for 6 months, you get a 30-minute coaching call. 2 minutes, 2 30-minute coaching calls. So what you'll achieve in the program, you'll get into the best shape of your life. I really mean that. I will take you through a journey. The longer you stay, I'm planning to do a year with people if they're up for it. I will change. You will be in a type of shape you never even dreamed you thought was possible. And I know that sounds like marketing or hype, but I guarantee you it's not, because that's what I do with people. That's results are typical, right? So incorporate healthy habits into your routine by small steps. Reduce your stress levels and wake up energized every day. You will eat, move, and sleep better to enjoy better health and longevity, and you will really unlock your full potential by looking and feeling better. I want people to ask you, man, what are you doing? Or woman, what are you doing? We've got females in the program. We've got women in the program. What are you doing? That's what we want, because then you'll say, hey, I'm doing this program by this crazy dude online, Ted Rice. All right, it's good for you, good for me. What you'll get, here's a list of everything we already talked about. I want to go over it again and spend time talking about it, but you get so much. And I'll even sweeten the deal. I'll throw in some bonuses: the quick exercise and nutrition guide, healthy habits for busy people, healthy eating habits on the go, superfoods grocery shopping list. And who is CEO Strength for? I'll tell you, we have awesome people in the group. We have people who are smart, who are educated in health and fitness, but they want to take things to the next level. We have people. I've got a martial arts instructor. I've got a real estate agent who likes to play tennis hardcore when she spends 3 months in Naples every year. We have people of all different backgrounds. We have a hardworking mom of 4 girls. We have guys who are getting some of the best results they've ever had in a program. Okay, that's who it's for. Even if they've had injuries, I've got a guy who just signed up. He had arthroscopic surgery on his knee, so we're making sure the exercises that he'll be doing for his legs are okay for his knee. We have smart people who want to go from exhausted and stressed to feeling great and energized every day, and people who want to let an expert with over 17 years of experience to help them take their health and fitness to the next level. In fact, it'll be 18 in February. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I haven't been doing the same thing that I learned 17 years ago for a long time. I've been growing. I'm at the best ever. I've never been better at training people. I've never been better at writing programs. I've never been more clear on how to take you from where you are now to bridge the gap that is standing in between you and where you want to be. And I want to ask you, are you ready to change your health, body, and life? That's what I want to know. What would you expect to pay for this online coaching program per month? I'll tell you, I think it's easily worth $400 a month. Easily. Okay? What's the price of a body transformation work? What about $197? I think that's what I really want to charge. I think the other one, that's probably too much, but $197, that's what I want. That's what I'll be charging. But if you join right now, because we're doing a beta version, you will pay $99 a month. Okay? That's the early bird price for the beta version. You will save yourself 50% off. I can't tell you how bad I'm underselling myself here, but I'm just starting out online with this program. I want people in the group. I want people getting results, and I know it's going to blow up into something huge, but I need people to come in, so I'm willing to make you a deal. I'm willing to give you 50% off. It's the deal of a lifetime for getting the type of transformation. You don't get information in this. You get transformation from this. Deal of the lifetime, I'll tell you. And here, monthly program. You want to sign up for $99 a month? Cool. If you want to sign up for 3 months, great, $297. And I'll throw in a coaching call for 30 minutes. Okay, 6 months, $600, and I'll throw in 2 private coaching calls. Okay. And I'll tell you, I'm going to get rid of some of this. And I'll tell you what I really want to do. I want to get people to sign up for a year. And there are no 1 month or 3 months or any of this marketing crap. I want people to commit to a year. But I know I'm going to need some body transformations, some people with some crazy tales to tell about their experience and how it changed their bodies, their health, and their lives. So I'm willing to make a deal. I'm giving you 50% off, and I'm giving you the option to sign up for 3 different levels. Eventually, I'm going to get rid of this. In fact, there are other programs. You pay $200 a month. You sign up for a year, and you don't even get the main guy. You get the guys who he hired, and that's okay. But right now, you're getting me. So it's a great value. Here's another testimonial. This is the woman who has 4 girls, and she worked out. And I said, she's being a solid example as a role model. That's a huge success. And yes, she did the workout right. She wasn't sure. I let her know. And we also made the tweaks on the program, and that's why it's the beta version. I'm not sure what problems are going to come up. So you help us tweak it. We give you a deal, and everybody wins in this. Why this is a no-brainer. What would you pay if you could finally take control of your health? What would you pay to avoid all the costly mistakes that could get you injured or stuck in a plateau? I've been in both, and I tell you, it sucks. And killing yourself at the gym, that gets you results for a few weeks, perhaps a few months, if you're in pretty good shape to begin with, or in your 20s. But then you start to burn out. What would you pay? What would you pay to accelerate the learning curve, to discover what you really need to know about getting the body you want, getting the health and fitness you want, and getting back in shape sooner rather than later? What is your time worth? Because expert advice will save you time and money. And successful people invest in expert advice. That's why I train multimillionaires in Miami Beach. Because that's who wants those are the level of people that I usually work with. Those are successful people or who hire other experts. I hire experts, okay? It saves you time and money. It gets you better faster. And after a year of doing this program, or perhaps 6 months, if you don't want to commit for a year, you will know everything that you need to know. So registration closes Thursday, July 21st at 11:59 p.m. Eastern, all right? Then the next group starts Monday, July 25th. So that's what we have. Sign up now. Go to legendarylifepodcast.com/coaching. Get signed up. Get this handled. Work with me. And now you're going to get your bonus guide, Hack Your Day. Giselle will put that into the chat room for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Let's open it up for Q&A now. Who's got some questions? I'm going to take this off so we can see each other, or at least you can see me. And let's answer some questions here. So who's got some questions? Okay. Okay, let me go back to these questions. Paul says, that's what I need, a great workout that I can do at home before work. Paul, I got you. I have a body weight training program. You follow it at home. It's either 3 days or 4 days. I tell you what equipment you need to buy because, come on, you're going to have to buy a couple things to get the best results, but they're cheap pieces of equipment. They're space friendly, and you can get great results all at home. I've got a pull-up dip bar here. I've got some rings, and that's pretty much what you're going to need. Until you get in better shape, then we'll have to get you a vest, but weighted vest to do some heavier weights. But that's a few months down the line. So excellent. Ted, I have 30 to 45 minutes a day to exercise. I want to know if your workout plans are less than 60 minutes. Also, I feel stress all the time. I know my job is my main source of stress, but I need to change that with exercise and anything that can help to change the situation. So Paul, yes, we have shorter options available. You don't have to be in the gym for 60 minutes. In fact, I showed that on a slide. You feel stressed all the time, man, that's terrible. Exercise is part of what you need, but also what we would do if you signed up for the program, Paul, you would fill out the health questionnaire. I'd look at specifically what your problems are, and then I would make specific recommendations to help you feel less stressed. And there's a ton of things you can do. And I'll tell you right now, go get yourself some spray magnesium from Ancient Minerals, or get some Epsom salts for taking magnesium baths. That's something you can do tonight. Just go out to your drugstore and get that. You can also download the Headspace app and start doing meditation, mindfulness training. Yes, I know it sounds woo-woo, sounds weird. Plenty of research to back it up. Go to Headspace, do that. I'll show you the app. That is Headspace app right there. You see that right there? That thing right there. Headspace app. Go download that. It gives you 10 sessions for free. Try it out. You'll feel a difference. Paul also says, I want to know if you can help me reduce your stress. I heard your episode on how to reduce stress. Okay, but I feel like I'm lacking on accountability. Okay, so you already know the Headspace app. You're just not doing what you need to do. So what we can do is put that in the app and track you to hold you accountable to get you to do it. And we find out what works for you, right? If that's 1 time a week or 3 times a week or whatever it is. So I can help you with accountability. Obviously, we can't talk about that here. It's not really a discussion. You've got to get in the program to receive the accountability. So Peter says, one question, I'm always traveling. Do you offer a travel workout? Also, I love to have help with my nutrition habits too. And Peter, absolutely. We will help you. If you're traveling, I got someone right now. He's going to be gone for 10 days. We're designing, we have a program that he's going to be following during that time, so he keeps up his exercise habits. And absolutely would love to help you with your nutrition habits, Peter. Go ahead, click on the link. Would love for you to sign up. And Paul says, awesome, I need a quick exercise. And I guess you mean quick exercise routine. Paul says, I'll get more magnesium. I tried it in the past and felt better. Awesome, definitely. Try Epsom. How long have Epsom salts been around? Forever, right? Take Epsom salt baths. The more stressed you are, the more frequent you want to do it. Magnesium gets rid of your catecholamines, which are your stress hormones, the noradrenaline, the adrenaline, all those stress hormones, so it can help you. Okay, Paul says, thanks, Ted. I'll check the program now. Awesome. Paul, would love to have you part of it. It's going to be such an awesome experience. I only showed part of the testimonials. We're getting testimonials all the time because I know it's sketchy buying something over the internet. I know there are a lot of fitness guys out there promising something, and maybe don't make good on their promise. But I'm telling you, I'm not the internet dude. I'm the guy who's been doing it 17 years, helping people. And I want you part of the program. And sign up for a month. If you go sign up for a month and try it out. Trust me enough to give me a chance to prove to you that this works. Don't take my word for any of this stuff. Let me prove to you it works. Sign up for a month. And if you don't like it, you can cancel, okay? We'll cancel. So sign up for a month, try it out. See if you don't think that I bring the value with going over your health questionnaire, with helping you with your workout program. And man, there's things that I didn't even go into, like the dynamic warm-up that we put together with mobility and foam rolling and stretching. So you get a dynamic mobility routine, a stretching routine, foam rolling, in case you know what that is. And if you don't, you sign up and I'll show you what it is, okay? So that's how I got. Are there any questions? Any more questions? My mustache is itching. I think it's all this talking. So Peter, the app with the travel workout sounds great, always on the go. Absolutely, and I'll just show you the app real quick if you're interested. This is the Nudge app. This is what it will look like for you, okay? And you just type on the Nudge right there, you see that? And then this is where you log things in. It's real simple. So let's say water. You type on water. Say, I have 5 glasses of water today. Boom. And I'm only in the yellow. So you know what? I'm going to go drink a couple more. Make sure I'm in the green. Boom, I'm in the green. You see how the color changed? And you do that with your nutrition. We're only tracking vegetables and fruits. And if you want fat loss, we get rid of the fruits. Track your activity. We track your sleep. And your weight as well. So I want to see if you're getting results on this program, because if you're not, then we need to work together to make sure you get results. I am working overtime to make this a success for everyone who's in the group, and I'm happy to do it. So there you go. All right. Are there any more questions? If not, I'm going to go eat some dinner, some stir fry that I made, some broccoli and beef stir fry. Peter says, I'll definitely check the program. Thanks, Ted. I need to step up my game. Awesome, Peter. Can't wait, man. If you have any more questions, you can always reach out to me too. Ted@legendarylifepodcast.com. Okay, I'm here for you, but I'd love for you to join the program. Would be happy to have you in the CEO Strength. Any more questions? Okay, I'm going to wrap things up. I know it's been a long time. It's been nearly an hour and a half here. Thanks so much for spending the time. Thanks for taking the time to invest in yourself. And if you really want to take things to the next level, make sure you check out CEO Strength. Go to legendarylifepodcast.com/coaching or click on the offer that's in the chat room. And I would love to be the guide to your better you, okay? I would love for you the chance to do that. Again, sign up for a month. See if I don't bring the value. See if I don't step up and make it worth your time. That's all I've got. Thank you so much for watching, and hope to see you in CEO Strength.